my Dreaming Awelye. The painting represents the body paint that the women use on their breasts for ceremonies.
And Charmaine, who passed you that story?
Well, it's passed on from Minnie Pwerle down to my mother Barbara Weir, to myself, to my children. Yeah, so I've just done it in my own way when I found out more about the story. That Mum didn't tell me till my late 30s.
Okay. So were you originally introduced to it in more detail, just other than the visual, when you were going through law?
Yeah, but not just the visual, like you're saying, yeah. And Mum, like even last year, I've learnt more about my dreaming. It just continuous.
And that was when you were out on country with her, sitting and talking about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you learn more and more, and it's a big privilege, and you get really excited, and then I want to paint about it. Yeah.
And so do you find when you've been out on country and being closer to your community and your land, or your people's land, that you get a real creative spurt from that?
Yes.
From that?
Yes, for sure. And just because you're going out to where it really all began, so you can't help but get more creative, and because there's a deep connection with your country.
And you told me before that you've got sections in the painting there in the grey area where it's quite textural.
Yes.
Yeah. And what does that represent, Charmaine?
Well, that's when my mum told me more deeper into the dreaming, which I can't talk much about. Sorry, but that's what these deeper parts represent.
Yes. Okay.
And also the river, because the river is a big part of the story.
Okay.
The Sandover in our area. So
right. Okay.
Yeah, so that comes into play in it as well.
Okay. And so let's say to a non-Indigenous person, that what we can understand from it is that represents the river, the Sandover River, or part of it, which
part
is
of the Sandover River in Inanunga farm.
Yes.
And then the other deeper parts, hidden parts, now that's just the more meaningful story that I've been told. That's all like coming up to the surface. It's part of the dreaming, but I can't say too much because I've only been told this later in life when they knew that I could be trusted.